Hi, this is Dave from Wildernessoutside, and today I'm just going to do a quick review on my cook system, which is the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 and lixada 550ml titanium cook pot or cup. So this is the cook system, as you can see, just a lixada titanium 550ml, and inside is the MSR Pocket Rocket. Combined they weigh 223 grams. So with a can of gas, which is about half full, you're looking at 372 grams for a complete cook system. Let me just position the camera a bit better. So yeah, about 372 grams for a complete cook system. The Pocket Rocket 2 on its own, in its plastic container, weighs 118 grams, and that includes the piezo lighter. So in the container, 104 grams if you don't bother with a piezo lighter, and if you're a smoker and already carry a lighter, so 104 grams. Outside on its own, that weighs 73 grams. The piezo lighter on its own is 14 grams in there. I'll just show you how this opens up. As you can see, it's a small little unit. I mean, I haven't got massive hands, but that fits perfectly in my hand, and it weighs absolutely nothing. Well, like I said, 73 grams. So that's the MSR Pocket Rocket 2, and I'll do a burn time on that in a minute. Now, looking at the lixada titanium 550, I think I picked this up off Amazon for maybe, I think I got it for about £14, £15, something like that. And that with a lid weighs 105 grams. Without the lid, you're looking at 79 grams for 550ml. So can't really say much. It's got a really good, strong, constructed handle. Although I would say use like a little cozy or something when you're lifting it, because it does get really hot. It's got a nice little lid, which, if you can see there, you can click down, but just about there you can see where there's a little notch. So if you want to keep it up, you can keep it up. But that's the lixada 550. I'd say they are really, actually, for the price I paid, it's really good value. I mean, I've got some Snow Peak titanium, and I honestly can't really see much difference apart from the branding. I mean, yeah, the finishing on the Snow Peak might be slightly better, but overall construction of this, it's bulletproof, and it comes with a decent little stuff sack for it, which I can put everything in. So even with a stuff sack, let me turn that back on. Right, even with a stuff sack, that weighs 118 grams. So for both of them, 236 grams. It's a no-brainer. I mean, going back to the Pocket Rocket, I mean, I think I paid £29. I can't remember where I bought it from. It might have been Cotswold Outdoors. But yeah, so I think I paid about £29, and I think that was like an extra £10. But what I'll do, I'll just set it up now, and then we'll do a burn time and see how long it takes to boil. Let's say, I don't know, 400ml of water, which is roughly what I use when I go out. Because if you're like me and you use your little cappuccino sachets, they specify you need to use about, say, 250-300ml of water. So I normally do that, and I've got a tiny bit left over, which is probably enough for one of the porridge pots in the morning. So I'll do a boil test for about 400ml. Gives you a rough idea. Anyway, I'll just set it up and then I'll come back to you. Right, so it's Dave back from Wildernessoutside. I've just fill the lixada 550ml titanium cup up with 400ml of water. I will say the only downside to this this mug is it's not got gradients on the inside, so you can't like measure it. You have to eyeball it, but after a couple of times you sort of get used to eyeballing it anyway, so I know roughly. But for this test, I used, let me find it. Where have I put it again? Where have I put it? Here we go. I used one of these little things for measuring it up. If you fill up to the top, that's 50ml, so I won't do the maths for you, but you know how many it is. So I use that and just filled it up for get 400ml of water. So what I'll do, I'll just turn the pocket rocket on, and this is, it is a very noisy stove. It's a good stove, but as you can see, it's noisy. So what I'll do, I'll just start the timer and then put the stove on. And we'll just wait and see how long it takes. As you can see, it's starting to bubble already. This stove does throw off a lot of heat as well, so I've used it inside my tent in the porch, but it's one of the things you have to be wary of it. It throws off quite a bit of heat, so you don't want it too close to your tent walls, because it could melt your tent wall. So we're looking at about a minute mark now, and as you can see, it's starting to boil already. I mean, the conditions if you're outside would be different. You wouldn't have such a controlled flame because of the gusts of wind, but inside in here, there's no wind, so you're just getting a direct heat. So that's a 2 minute mark, and you can see it's starting to simmer now, so it won't be long until this water's boiling. So you can see the ripples starting to take effect on the top of on the surface of the water. So when we get to a roaring boil, I'll knock it off. Well, so at 2 minutes 45, you've got boiled water for 400ml. So it's a very quick stove. I mean, a lot of the time when I use this stove, I don't actually have it on the full open. I tend to just turn it on, light it, and then just maybe a quarter turn, and that's adequate. I don't mind waiting an extra minute, but I personally feel there's no need to have it on the way I've just boiled it. But for just a speed test, full open, 2 minutes 45 for 400ml of water, which is, I think it's brilliant. It's a lot smaller than my jet boil mini mo. It weighs about 200 grams lighter than the jet boil mini mo, And the big kicker really is it's a lot cheaper. I mean, I think when I bought my Jetboil Minimo, which I've had for about 3 years now, not knocking it because it is a brilliant cook system. I think I might have paid 115, 120 pounds for it. This is a fraction of the cost. I mean, that's still a bit warm, but let me just find a little tea towel to pick that up. Like, that cup, say 14 to 20 pounds, depending where you get for it, for the lixada titanium 550ml. About 14 pounds of that, and then say 29 pounds for the Pocket Rocket 2. So for like, say, for 48 pounds, you've got a really good lightweight cook system that you can take for when you're backpacking. I tend to take this one when I'm doing some hiking, when I'm going up places like Kinder Scout or up Pistol Rider and places like that, or onto Stanton Moor. I tend to take this, and then like when I'm with my family, because I tend not to walk as far, I'll just take the Jetboil. But it's a brilliant piece of kit. It packs down to relative nothing, weighs relative nothing, and it's just very good. So yeah, this is Dave from Wildernessoutside, and that was my Pocket Rocket 2 and lixada titanium cup review. Thanks for watching. PS, hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Thank you.